Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Now keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements to get a full picture of all the messages. Okay, my friends, let's get started. For Leo, what is the energy around the week ahead for Leo? Energy around the week ahead for Leo. Ooh, there's the Star card. Wonderful, beautiful healing energy for you, Leo. Something is sort of shifting for you. Always remember the card that comes before the Star is the Tower. So it's almost like you're integrating, you're renewing yourself, you're coming into a new phase, and you've got all of this sort of faith and hope and ambition and clarity, and you're sort of creating your next timeline is formulating and creating as you integrate and sort of come into a new space. And seeing the Star card also makes me feel like right now, whatever it is you put as your focus, whatever it is that you have in your mind as a goal or a vision for yourself, that is very likely to manifest here. So it's really a time to sort of cast your wish upon a star, if you will, and to see yourself in a new space, a new timeline. This is your chance to sort of visualize what it is that you desire and wish to achieve. Very beautiful card to start your reading, Star card. Very healing and grounding energy. Oh, wow. And there's the Fool. So you're certainly on your way to a new beginning here, Leo. This is really a very lovely mix of cards. It's almost like it's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to take a risk. It's time to start again. And I feel like, again, seeing the Star card to start says that you're really investing in yourself right now, and you're pouring a lot of your energy, your wisdom into a new start. Well, just lovely start to your reading here. And there's the Five of Cups. So this is all coming on the heels of something that was an emotional letdown. And remember when we started, I said that the card that comes before the Star is the Tower card. So it's almost like you've got this new beginning that's coming on the heels of just having had a very emotional shift. An emotional shift that was sort of like a loss, a letdown, a setback, something that was disappointing, that had you sort of casting your head down emotionally, thinking about that. And there in the distance, you can see the Tower right there. And so it's interesting. It's like you're healing from this emotional moment, and you have a new beginning. But this card is still showing up, and we see the World card on the bottom of the deck as the Five of Cups reveals itself to show me that you're integrating this experience. You're not grieving anymore. You're now looking at it with fresh eyes to sort of integrate the wisdom of this Five of Cups moment, where you're not focused on the moment itself and reliving it, but you're almost trying to extract wisdom from it at this point. As you move into a new beginning, you're sort of taking stock and making a bit of an assessment here of this experience that led to this new found beginning here. And you're integrating all of that experience, and you're getting distance from anything that feels defeating. You're taking only with you that wisdom. You're leaving all the baggage of this moment in the past. Leo, this is very interesting. And especially your reading last week was very, very much one of sort of this big epiphany, this big moment of shift. And I feel like you're continuing on that path this week. And you're now integrating the wisdom, and you're not taking the baggage with you. You're only taking with you the lessons you've learned, and you're off on a new adventure now, and you're really beginning to sort of see things in a different way. We see the Hierophant here now on the bottom of the deck for you, Leo, which tells me that Not only are you integrating your wisdom from your experiences, but you're also taking with you a lot of wisdom from source. Sort of the universal keys that lay on this card bring into mind this idea of tapping into a bigger understanding, a higher understanding of the overall experience, and sort of seeing it from a lens that allows you to see all the different perspectives here. Behind that, we see the Ace of Pentacles and then the Four of Wands. And there's that World card again, reminding you that you're integrating all your experiences right now, Leo, and they're formulating a new beginning where you will have an immense amount of inner celebration. You're integrating all of this, all of the past experiences, and you've got a lot of wisdom and clarity here. You've got a lot of wisdom and clarity here, and that also is reflected in the Hierophant. In more practical terms, you might actually be dealing with something that involves a new teacher. You might be finding that whatever it is that you're manifesting here in the Star and the Fool, as you integrate the wisdom and leave the baggage behind, is actually leading you towards a new teacher. As you seek, you shall find the teacher. And you might also be sort of moving towards trying to sort of become more spiritual in your practical life here. You might be also integrating some spiritual lessons. There's also this sort of feeling that you might need to address some legal matters. That there may be some parts of this baggage that you're leaving behind that require someone who's an expert in that area. Might be a legal situation. You might have some documents that need to be signed. This might be the week that you're taking care of those things so that you can fully start moving on. So there may be some documents that need your signature. There may be some experts you need to consult with. There may be some teachers that you're looking for so that you can learn something that you desire more knowledge on. So this is very, very expansive. That's the feeling I have, is that you're moving in sort of an expansive field where you're not only integrating things, but you're being selective with what you bring with you on this voyage. Some of you might be actually taking a voyage. I just sort of got a feeling like passports and tickets and visas and documents. So for some of you, you might actually be taking a trip. For some of you, this is a metaphorical journey onto a new shoreline where a new beginning awaits you. Very interesting reading for you, Leo. We're seeing... Oh, sorry, my deck is all flipped over. We're seeing the energy of Aquarius and Taurus here. So for some of you, you may have placements in Aquarius and Taurus, or you might be dealing with an Aquarius or Taurus. Keep in mind that we have placements everywhere, not just the sun sign. So now we're seeing Temperance come through here. So being patient throughout this expansive process, understanding that you need to sort of stay grounded in the present here. Even though you're integrating some knowledge and wisdom from the past experiences, staying grounded in the present. We're seeing Sagittarius energy here of being patient and temperate and really understanding that it takes time for things to shift and to align. It takes time for things to align from one timeline to open up another timeline, and to be grounded and to not give up hope and to stay focused and to stay present, keeping your energy open so that you're willing to receive and letting go of these past hurts so that you can begin again. There's that Five of Cups showing up again for you twice now. So that really says that this is an important moment that you're sort of integrating and letting go of. It's almost like you're sort of letting go to receive. You're letting go of one experience to be able to receive a new experience as you shift out of this Five of Cups moment where you're sort of, I'm trying to understand it a little bit more so that you can let it go. It's like you really want to feel it so that you can let it go. And I think you're looking at it with different eyes now. You're not looking at this situation with the eyes that say, I'm hurting and I'm sad and I have remorse or regret over something, or I'm grieving the loss of this experience, I think you're actually healing this experience. And it's almost like you're transmuting it into a new experience when I see on the bottom of the deck the Three of Wands. So it's like you're almost anticipating this momentum that comes when we finally feel free of something. And I feel like you are feeling that freedom this week. It's gaining momentum. It's gaining momentum, Leo. Yeah, you're starting to really understand just how much you are grounded and how much you are self-reliant and how much you can provide for yourself and how much you have provided for yourself. You're really taking in the wisdom of everything around you right now. And I feel like you're very self-reliant, you're abundant, you're feeling very prosperous and grounded. And I feel like you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready to take on a new path. You're ready for that new shoreline. You're ready to leave the baggage in the past because you feel so much freer. You feel free. And in that freedom, I think you are ready for this new beginning. Okay, we see the Judgment card flipping over with the Death card. Fascinating. So not only is this a sudden transformation, but there's also this idea of an awakening, an aha moment, where you finally start to realize the true meaning behind everything that you've experienced. Now, both of those cards are in the reverse, and I feel like that's happening because you're still integrating. You're still integrating, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with seeing these cards in reverse. It just says to me that you might not be ready for the big shift just yet. You're on the cusp of it. It's like you can envision it. You can visualize it. You know how it feels. You know what this new beginning is. It's starting to take shape. And seeing the Death card and the Judgment card in reverse really make me feel like you're just not quite ready to accept this new beginning just yet. You're still in the process. You're in process. You know, this is a time where I can almost see you like just dipping your toe into the pool, right? And you're like still hesitating just a little bit. And you might still be sort of weighing things out. Am I going to jump in the pool, or am I going to use the stairs, or maybe I'll take the slide? You know, you're still sort of looking for that teacher, looking for that expert. You're looking for more confirmation, finality. You're still signing papers. You're getting that trip booked. You're still getting the visa arrangements made, figuring out what the restrictions are, what are the qualifications. You know, like you're still doing some integration and investigation. And so that's why I feel these cards are coming in the reverse for you. That, you know, the bottom of the deck now is the Three of Pentacles. You're still building the foundation. You're ready in a lot of ways, but in some other more practical ways, potentially, you're still trying to feel out the situation. You're looking for the right partners. You're looking for the right collaborators. You're building the new foundation right now as we speak. So keep going, keep working at this. Keep going with the flow of this. Keep going with the flow of this. As you feel guided to move forward, take that next step. Really trusting yourself here, Leo. Really trusting yourself as you build towards this new beginning and you let go of these past moments that you're still sort of understanding the wisdom. You know, what did this experience teach me about myself, about my journey so far, and about where I'm off to next? Where do I feel the desire to go next? And what do I want to experience next? I feel like you're ready for that, but you're hesitating because you're still in process. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, what does Leo need to surrender or surrender to as they're in process here? Surrender to setting limits. Isn't that interesting, as those two cards were in reverse? It's healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs. And remember that no is a complete sentence. So really working on setting limits and boundaries that feel good to you. And I feel like that could be why we're seeing a little bit of that hesitation, and that you're still in process. You're moving forward through this still, understanding these healthy limits. Look at that beautiful energy on the bottom of the deck. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. So as you work through this process, you are being guided to say no to some things and yes to other things. If something feels draining, if something feels depleting, if something feels like it's just not for you, there's nothing wrong with saying no to things like that. If it doesn't feel like it's bringing you joy, if it doesn't feel like it's something that you are thriving in as you build this foundation, there's nothing wrong with setting healthy limits for yourself to say no to some things and a yes to other things. Leo, I'm going to leave it at that for you this week. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it's been helpful. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. If you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care, my friends.